Welcome back, everybody. You're in the locker room with Touch of Wolf, and we're talking women's football, specifically the Pittsburgh Passion. And joining us, head coach of the Pittsburgh Passion, former Cardinals, Seahawk, Steeler, and Penn State Nittany Lion, Ron Coder. Ron, good to see you, buddy.
It's great to be back with you guys. Good to see you. You're looking chipper and handsome as ever.
Hey, I got to tell you, you're losing some weight, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's something I need to do.
Yeah.
Well, isn't on TV you look heavier?
Well,
see, you look great to us.
Here's the secret of weight loss.
Yeah.
It's a loose black sweatsuit.
Right. Yeah, and that's
Takes
coming,
20
that's
pounds
coming
off.
from Wolf, the amnesic bulimic.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
he gorges himself and he forgets to throw up.
The passion issue is white, so I've got to work on that. Maybe raise some funds for a black shirt.
There we
coaching
go.
Shirt.
Now, an ex-NFL offensive lineman does not often get to be a head coach. You know, Forrest Gregg is one. There's just not many of them. And did you ever think that you'd be coaching women's football?
No, no, I did not. I really had wanted to be in coaching a few years back before I moved to Pittsburgh, but just felt like I could do, maybe help with high school or do it part-time. And this isn't a full-time job for me. This is because I work with an organization called Coalition for Christian Outreach, and as chaplain at Pitt. So the owner had been after me for 3 years to coach, and I kept saying, no, I don't feel like that's what I want to do. And then my wife and I went out to a game last year because one of our soccer girls was actually on the team. Mm-hmm. And so we went out to see her, and we were real impressed with the play. I mean, these girls were hitting and knocking each other down, and just like we used to do, And so, and then she came around again this year, and I said, well, and I talked to my wife, Kathy, and we talked about it and thought, well, yeah, it sounds good, because she really has a vision, the owner, Teresa Kahn, of where she wants to take this team and how to impact the community and women in sport and all that. So
that's interesting. What was the first things that jumped out at you when you
Do you yell at him?
No, I mean,
I was like, what's it like coaching?
The first rule's got to be,
yell.
did you give them the speech? There's no crying in football, right?
I forgot that one.
No, how do you forget? That's the speech, yeah.
Well, actually, I did use kind of that line the other day about being emotional if the coach gets in your face a little bit, for missing assignments and all that. But it was more to encourage them, because you got to encourage them.
Right.
How is it different motivating guys and women?
Well, what's interesting is I wasn't sure how they were going to respond. I had coached basketball for 6th and 7th grade girls years ago, but I wasn't sure how the women would respond to guys coaching them.
Right.
And so when I first started doing some coaching, it's amazing. They retain everything you're saying. They're very coachable.
Smarter than guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they bring it up at an inopportune moment, I'll bet. Right?
That's right. But it's really amazing where they haven't been...
You have experience.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you. Woo.
But they haven't been taught how to play football.
Right.
For the 99% of them have never played the game. Mm-hmm. So when somebody takes time to invest in them and to teach them the skills and techniques and everything, then they retain it and they do very well.
Now, who do you call upon out of the different coaches that you've played, whether it's Joe Pa, who do you call upon? I mean, who's impacted you as a coach, and who do you hear yourself talking like?
Well, some Joe Paterno.
Your voice doesn't go up, does it?
No, I don't do that. Coda, you're an idiot. I don't do that. I know Leo uses that.
Leo does it great.
Yeah, he does.
Leo
I can't do the high-pitched voice, but I've heard it a few times in my career. But a little bit of Joe, Gino DeMarco, our friend at Geneva College. I love Gino. He's a great coach, and I love to try to pick his brain a little bit. It's just kind of a conglomerate. Can I say conglomerate?
You can
That's
say
a
that.
Big word.
Yeah, Wolf won't understand, but you
figure
go
it
ahead
out
and
after
say
the
it.
show's over, but
Wolf carries a dictionary in his back pocket.
Excuse me, in 1 minute here.
How about a compilation?
Oh, I like that better.
Number of coaches.
Wolf will use that after you leave.
I'd be much better off with the conglomerate.
Yeah. But I think I know you guys have probably
sauce, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you guys have probably experienced different coaches throughout your career, and some are hard-nosed and cussing at you, yelling at you and everything. And I knew that when I agreed to take on this job as the head coach, it's a part-time situation where I can enjoy. It's like a hobby time-wise as far as job and everything, but it's really a passion. Oh,
wow, that should be the name of the team.
Yeah. So being able to go in and say, okay, here's the ground rules. We're not going to have any of this heavy swearing stuff,
right.
and we're gonna treat you with respect. We want you to perform and do the best you can. Give us your best, and we'll love coaching you guys. And the girls have responded great, and it's a lot of fun.
Ron, let me ask you something. How is it with, in your mind, I mean, do you have a lot of the metaphors you had from your coaches? Because when I'm around the gym, I'm coaching up my boxers.
Wait a second. You don't even know the difference between an analogy and a metaphor.
Yeah. A metaphor is just something you say, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right.
That's a good mix.
All right, let's go with sayings from coaches, okay? Metaphorically incorrect there. All right, you got sayings.
We have a segment called Wolf, metaphorically speaking.
Yes, exactly. So anyhow, before I so rudely interrupted.
Sorry.
I got sayings all the time from Chuck. All right, I find myself, I'm coaching boxers, grapplers, whatever, down at my gym, and I find myself talking about, hey, same foot, same shoulder, that sort of thing. I mean, all the time, those Chuckisms. Do you got any Jopa-isms or anything that come out?
Well, one of the things I think I've used this a couple times is if you take care of the little things, the big things will take care of themselves.
Oh, that's a good one.
I got to ponder that for a minute here.
Work on the fundamentals. Like if a guard is pulling to trap,
right,
and they're going too deep, they're bowing instead of going right off the butt of the center and picking out the defensive tackle or defensive end. So little things like that I'm able to see, and I'll say, okay, look at this. If you go that way, what if she slides in and you don't get her? Right. What's going to happen? And they go, our running back is going to get killed. I said, very good. So we talk through stuff like that, and it's really been good.
Now, Ron, you're talking about your real job, and the three of us have been buddies for a long time, and I know your heart is impacting young people. You've been here on campus at the University of Pittsburgh, ministering to the athletes for quite a while, doing chapel services for the football team and also many other sports. Talk about your job and your vision for life.
Well, one of the things I realized when I played is that the platform of sports has a great impact on people. Right. And when I was able to, really after 9/11, I knew I wanted to make a difference in people's lives. Because I was in sales down in Atlanta, and then we found out that there was a position here at Pitt with the athletes, and I really wanted to be in sports because I love sports. My wife sometimes gets on me for watching ESPN too much, but I think that's most guys.
Right.
Watch it on.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
So
you're safe.
So when I came to Pitt, I worked with football to start with, and then started developing relationships with basketball players and the wrestling coach and tennis coach and George Diefenbach, Randy Stoudemire's wrestling coach, several of the coaches. And then we started having a Thursday night Bible study where we had, my wife and I Kathy would do real life lessons dealing with things that they have to go through as college athletes, with injuries, with disappointments, with frustrations over coaches' decisions, that type of thing, studies, relationships. So we'll take biblical truths and apply them to their athletic situations. And then we get about 40 or so athletes every week to come out to a Thursday night Bible study. And we don't say it's a Bible study, but we do in a way, but it's more life application, practical things that help them.
Making an impact.
Yeah, right.
So the impact is for a lifetime, but more important, it's an impact for eternity.
Yes.
And for your impact, Ron, every week we give a Locker Room Leader Award, and it is brought to you by Chrysler Jeep Dodge for your impact in the lives of student athletes and now professional women's
Women
football
athletes.
players. You are a locker room leader award, and we thank you for the impact that you've had on the lives of others.
Well,
Very
thanks.
much so, my
Great
friend.
privilege.
Thank you.
All right, Ron, thanks for joining us.
You bet.
Hey, good luck in your opener.
That's right.
Cleveland.
Right.
You know that Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more stuff. We're going to close out the show right here in the locker room.